G'day everyone, this is a countdown of my top 20 songs of all time. We're up to number 16 now, and I think most people would probably be familiar with this song. It's from early 1983, but arguably a song with one of the most instantly recognisable intros in popular music history, I think. It is The Cutter by Echo and the Bunnymen out of the UK. This song was my introduction to that band, and I quickly grew to love them. Certainly love the album that this song came from, which is Porcupine, released also in 1983. Terrific album, but this definitely the killer track on it. Immediately recognisable, I say, because of the unmistakable violin. They do something to the violin. I'm not sure what they do to it, but a very Middle Eastern sounding noise produced from that violin by Indian classic violinist L. Shankar, who played with a variety of rock acts over the years, but certainly just added a whole new dimension to this song. In fact, it's a bizarre mix of things. It has a Middle Eastern sound. The accompanying film clip for it was filmed in Iceland with Echo and the Bunnymen surrounded by snow and ice absolutely everywhere. And the indoor studio shots they did, a whole series of clips for this album. They're in a sort of factory warehouse surrounded by what look like Soviet Union propaganda posters. So a real hodgepodge of cultural influences. But as a rock track, this is an absolute classic, I think. It has a sort of a galloping rhythm section with drummer Pete DeFreitas and bass player Les Pattinson teaming up beautifully there. Will Sargent, Echo and the Bunnymen's guitarist, gets some fantastic effects-driven noises from his six string in this song, and lead vocalist and very charismatic frontman Ian McCulloch. He has a classic sounding voice that soars. It really is a beautiful voice, and in this song particularly, he really sort of gets up high in the vocal range at times and gives it a real majestic, epic sort of quality to the track. So you've got a whole lot of influences coming together, and it just works. I think the bass, I am a bass player, but the bass particularly in this track, I think almost sort of underpins the sound of the whole thing. Lyrically, look, it's open to interpretation, this song, but as a lot of their songs are, but the imagery is very strong, and it's just a beautiful track. It soars. It sort of builds to a terrific climax, and the drum rolls that finish it off, and that guitar sound. It reaches the perfect notes by the end of the song. It was a pretty big hit in these parts, certainly a big hit in the UK. But like I said, the intro particularly, it's one of those songs that as soon as you hear the first few seconds, even if you don't know the name of it, I bet there's a fair chance you would have heard it before. If you're one of the few people that haven't, I've got the link here to the clip, so check it out. But great band, and a great track for me, their masterpiece, The Cutter by Echo and the Bunnymen. That is number 16 in this list. I'll be back soon with number 15.